Winning 9-Ball's International Challenge of Champions can mean many things to the game's best players. For Shane Van Boening, it's not only a prestigious title to carry throughout a career, it's an affirmation that the highest levels of tournament pressure can be conquered. For Darren Appleton, the reward of successfully defending his title would put him in truly elite company. But it's a cruel stage. Only one of these great players will earn the $25,000 winner-take-all prize. Only one will be the 2012 Champion of Champions. The final of the 22nd Annual International Challenge of Champions from beautiful Mohegan Sun is next. Welcome inside the dazzling Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, and the final of the 22nd Annual International Challenge of Champions, the longest-running TV event in billiards. Glad to have you with us in the Wolf Den, Mitch Lawrence, alongside 1993 Champion of Champions, Alan Hopkins. Alan, we are in for one terrific matchup. Let us meet first Darren Appleton as we look at his Diamond Tables player profile. He is the defending Champion of Champions, 34 years old, from West Yorkshire in England, multiple major title holder, hungry for a second consecutive championship title. And his opponent, Shane Van Boening of the United States, 29 years old, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, currently the #1 ranked player on the ABP Tour. It should be a fantastic, thrilling matchup, Alan. I can't wait to get it started.
I'm so excited to see what happens here. Both of these players are on top of their game. Unbelievable. The comebacks they've made.
All right, here we go. Darren with the opening break, having won the lag. We're underway in the final of the Challenger Champions.
Look out, look out. Ooh, that was close. Successfully pockets 2 balls on the break. The 1 ball and the 8 ball. There comes the 8 ball cross side. Oh, it doesn't go cross side. It doesn't go. It was the 1
and the 3.
And the 3 ball. Okay. Tough shot. Here's the 2 ball. Here's the cue ball. Very difficult shot to start out with, especially when the 4 ball's in the middle of the table, down table.
Timeout.
All right, takes that timeout quickly and then gets down. We'll give you the rules in just a second. Nice
Excellent
play.
shot. Excellent shot.
As Darren looks at this, the rules of 9-ball are played with a cue ball and object balls numbered 1 to 9. The player must hit the lowest numbered ball on the table first, and the game is over when the 9-ball is pocketed.
Keep an eye on the cue ball here. I think he's going to bring the cue ball around 2 rails for position on the 5. Here it comes, 2 rails. Excellent. Boy, he's pocketing well.
And it's exactly what you have to do under this pressure-packed format. When you have the chance, put games on the board, put the pressure on your opponent, especially now $25,000 at stake to one of these two, winner take all.
Low left-hand English, trying to bring the cue ball right back to where his hand is. Perfect. Excellent. You see a little English on the cue ball here, Mitch. He's going to kill the cue ball here with a little low left-hand spin, cut the 6 in, and the cue ball should die off the rail after it hits the 2nd rail. Here, see how he killed it? Beautifully done.
That's great. We have watched Darren over the last few years truly raise himself to the level of one of the great players of all time, Alan. I think it's safe to say that now. He has multiple major titles in multiple disciplines around the world. This is a guy who has really made himself a great player.
Without a doubt, Mitch, you're right on the money with that one. He's impressive. I'll tell you something. He got out this rack. He made it look easy, and it was not an easy rack.
Nope. Beautiful position along the way. Calls the 9, which he has to do. And an opening statement by the defending champion, Darren Appleton, with a break and run here in rack 1 of set 1. You're watching the final of the Challenge of Champions in Uncasville. A look now at our Diamond Tables tournament format. We will play 2 sets, each one a race to 5. There will be a 1-game sudden death tiebreaker if we need it. The players will alternate the break. There's a 30-second shot clock with 1 timeout per rack, and it will be cue ball in hand on all fouls. The South Dakota kid, Shane Van Boening, will come to the table. Second rack of the first set. The final of the 22nd edition of the International Challenge of Champions. Darren Appleton with a break and run in the first rack. Let's see if Shane can answer. Here's his break in rack number 2. 1 in the 8.
And
wow.
Perfect position. Look at the layout here. This is a nice table setup here. Here it is. The 1 goes in the side. The 8 goes in the corner. The cue ball comes toward the center of the table. Beautiful.
From the Simonis pocket cam, we'll be getting great looks all match from that angle. Little bounce off the 6 and the rail. Perfect shape for the 3.
Yeah, he'll come 2 rails here with a little left-hand spin on the cue ball. Well, he's going to check it out now. He might want to just come up for the 4 on the side. At any rate, he'll make sure he has a shot on the 4. It's in the center of the table. And he decided to play it for the corner. Nicely done there.
Both of these players very familiar with each other. I asked them before this match, so how many times would you actually say you guys have played along the way? Both of them looked at me and said, a lot. And when I asked them how it was stacking up, they both went pretty even. Almost exactly even.
Well, you can tell they both play super. Unbelievable.
And they faced each other on the big time world stage, in the majors and the Moscone Cup. They enjoy each other. I think they have a lot of respect for each other. I know that, Alan, so
I'm sure that
comfortable out here.
Yeah, they're both playing.
Center pocket in great shape right there. All right, how's this? We talked about it. It's a fantastic start for both players. A break and run in each of the opening 2 racks. 2 champions going after a title and $25,000. A look now at a very coveted prize, the trophy that will go home with this year's Champion of Champions. Welcome to the Wolf Den. Mitch Lawrence alongside 1993 Champion of Champions Alan Hopkins. Alan, just what we expected. 2 great champions, each one with a break and run in the opening rack. This is going to be a special final.
You know, it always seems to be like this in the Challenge of Champions. Both players are on top of their game, and they're putting on a 9-ball clinic out here. And if they keep going at that rate, it's going to be who wins the lag.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Both of them coming off sudden death victories. Both of them used to the pressure right now. There's 25 grand at stake, so it's a little bit of a different ball game, but anything can happen, and with these 2, anything probably will. I can't wait for this match to get
Oh, I'm looking forward to want to turn around and see what's going on. I'll tell you the truth. I mean, you're going to see some great pool playing here, some great 9-ball shooting.
Darren Appleton at the table, rack 3. He has the break. Tied at 1. Remember, this first set race to 5, second set race to 5. Hit that one a little bit harder, Alan.
Yeah, but he made the 1, and he has a nice starting shot with the 2-ball. Look at the 2-ball still spinning on the table. Wow.
Exactly what you want.
I mean, this is a perfect set. You bring the cue ball back, low right English on the cue ball. He didn't want to hit that ball. He did not want to touch the 4. He may have gotten a little fortunate here, and he did. If he can see the 3, he's okay.
But you saw his reaction. First unforced error of these first few racks.
Notice how close he is to the 7-ball. Wow. Well, he can't see the 3. Well, look at that. I thought he could see the 3-ball. So now there's an unforced error, and he's going to be forced to kick 1 rail at this ball. It looks like, and that's what he's looking at right now. And he may make this. To tell you the truth, if he hits it, it's going to be knocked around pretty hard. He's going to hit it hard. I can tell you that too. Side pocket. Nope. A little funny though, and look at this. Well,
all right, did what he had to do there.
that's all right. He got away with that. It's not no easy shot for Shane. Disappointed, you know, I was talking to him earlier. He said, you know, I made some errors in the set. He said, I said, yeah, they were position errors. And here he is now in his second rack. You know, that he's broke him. He made him a position error. But I know it won't be on his mind. I know he'll come out of that.
Time out.
So Shane walking around, shaking his head a little bit, wishing he got a little bit better roll there.
Well, here's when you know you're playing great. He's thinking of cutting this down the rail. I mean, he's got to hit this perfect. Hit the 3-ball super thin and come back and forth with the cue ball. And that was a super difficult shot.
All right, so Darren will have a chance at the table. You know, you want to try to make your opponent pay for a mistake, and in that particular instance, Shane didn't have the greatest opportunity to do that. Let's see what Darren can do now that he's back at the table.
Overcut it. Okay. Well.
All right.
Talk about the pressure.
Well, that's
challenge
I was just going to say that. You never know when it's going to come out. Another look.
He just overcuts this ball. Just flat out miss.
And he knew it as soon as he hit it.
A little bit of left-hand spin on the cue ball. And wow, look at this. This is unusual. They weren't easy shots to start out with, though, but it's just unusual that happened.
Okay, trying to settle in. Trying to settle down. First two racks, a breeze for both players. Good breaks, good shot making, good position play. This rack, different story. Let's see who will wind up standing at the end of rack 3.
Combination of 4 into the 9. So be careful here. He leaves himself a shot after he makes the 5. Oh, he had the 4 straight in. Okay. Well, that sets up a nice table here now. Come down for the 6 ball. Perfect speed.
Darren is obviously, both these players have obviously been through all kinds of situations. Two great careers. For sure, Darren Appleton. Back-to-back U.S. Open 9-ball titles. In 2010 was the first Englishman to win the U.S. Open 9-ball title. And in 2011, only the third man to go back-to-back. An amazing accomplishment in the U.S. Open. And that 9-ball now gives the defending champion here at the Challenge of Champions back up on top, while one rack lead, 2-1 over Shane Van Boening at the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. Time now for our tip of the day, featuring Aramith, the original Belgian billiard balls. Let's go now to former champion of champions, Alan Hopkins.
After the break in 9-ball, I pocketed a ball, and this is the layout I was given. I have the 1 ball on the side. It's an easy shot, but I have to play position for the 2 ball, which is down table. With high left-hand spin on the cue ball, I'm going to follow the 1 ball going to the side, bring the cue ball to the rail, and the cue ball should come down table here on the 2 ball. Again, I'm going to hit high left-hand spin on the cue ball. It's really nice to know what English does.
Getting ready for rack number 4 of the first set of the final of the Challenge of Champions here in Uncasville. Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins calling the action for you. And there they are, our finalists. Darren Appleton of England will stay seated. Shane Van Boening, the South Dakota kid. Former U.S. Open 9-ball champion, former World 10-ball champion, and the current Players champion. At the table, down 2-1 to Darren Appleton. Let's see if Shane can make something happen in rack 4.
Well, made a nice break, hit him easy, failed to pocket a ball.
Let's take a look, another one from the Simonis pocket cam.
Almost hit in the corner, just catches the point, and notice the 4 ball is in the way of the 1 ball. He'll be probably going to play a push out. Now, if he didn't have a push out here, he'd probably jump the 4-ball. But because he can push out, he's got a tough push out here, because anywhere he pushes, you're going to give some kind of good shot to Shane.
And remember, the push out a shot only after the break. The player has the option of pushing this out, and then the opponent will have the option of either shooting it or giving it back. So Shane can take it and give it back to Darren. We'll see what happens.
I can't believe Shane's not going to take this unless he pushes out for something. I mean, if he pushes there, I think Shane's going to take it. Oh. Yeah, Shane's going to take this. He's got to take this shot. I would think.
Go ahead.
Here's the 1-ball, and there's the cue ball, and here's the 2-ball, and that would be his concern, because he has to be careful about hitting the 6-ball if he makes the 1. I know he's going to shoot it. Try to bring the cue ball 2 rails into the center of the table. He got the cue ball there. And he may have gotten lucky, and he does.
All right, so Shane will take a seat. Darren's lining this up.
You know, Mitch, that's interesting. You know, Shane has missed the last 3 times at the table. You won't see that too often. He missed 2 cut shots last rack, and then he just missed that ball.
Right.
Well, he's got a combination now. Darren's going to be playing it. Look out. Oh, boy, that was fortunate right there. That was fortunate.
Good work there by Darren, though.
Yes, it was.
Take care of that. Open up the table a little bit. 1 in the side.
You know, it's a big advantage, Mitch, when your opponent gets up and misses, like back to back to back shots that he figures to make. It really makes you play a little better yourself. Not that that's going to pump Darren up anyway. They've played each other so many times, but when you think about it, when your opponent gets up there and misses, and you don't usually see that too often, you go, wow, maybe I've got him shook up.
Okay.
You know?
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Got to be careful here. Okay, very nice. He's been having a problem with that shot, getting position. He's usually hitting other balls and getting left snookered. That was close.
Yep. Saw it rattle a little bit. I think he's going to be okay. I talked earlier, at the beginning of the match, that Darren has a chance to join really elite company in terms of Challenge of Champions. There's only been one other guy all these years. We're in the 22nd year. Only one other guy has won back-to-back titles, and that's Mika Immonen in 2009 and 2010. And Darren won it last year, so he's got a chance to duplicate that feat.
And there's one player that's won it 3 times, correct?
Correct.
Fang
Peng Chao.
Yes.
Correct. But those were not in consecutive years. So I know that's not on Darren's mind at this point. Certainly, that's not why he's doing this. But the opportunity to really, be in that kind of company in terms of 22 years of history is pretty special. So
I think you'll see it happen again, to tell you the truth.
All right, early prediction by Alan Hopkins, ladies and gentlemen, if you're keeping score at home.
Lots of great players out there today, and young ones.
As we work our way to the end of rack 4, really, really good work by Darren. Given the chance, takes advantage, and now back-to-back racks for the defender. A 2-rack lead over Shane Van Boening. We're in the first set, race to 5, here in the final of the International Challenge of Champions. Let's take a look at our Aramis road to the final. We are now down to 2. The defending champion, Darren Appleton of England, who beat Dennis Orcuyo of the Philippines, and Shane Van Boening of the United States, who beat Longlin Zheng of Taiwan, both in sudden death. One of these 2 great players will be your champion of champions and $25,000 richer. A look at the beautiful rack of 9 balls here at Mohegan Sun in Uncasville from above. Fantastic venue for championship billiards, as it has been all these years. And the defending champion to the table. Set 1 up 3-1 over Shane Van Boening. Darren Appleton with the break in rack 5. Here we go.
He seems to like that side of the table. I thought he would go back to the other side, but he's been successful over there. And he's pocketed a ball. 2 balls. He pocketed the 2 ball and the 7 ball. And look at the cue ball spinning right by the 1 ball. Look at the layout here. Perfect. 1 ball there. Easy shot to start out with. Bringing the cue ball to the center of the table. Perfect. This game's all about angles. They're looking for angles so they can get easy position on the next ball. 9 ball is a game of angles and using lots of English.
Or spin.
Yeah, spin. You can call it spin
Call
if you'd
it what
like.
you want.
Here come 2 rails to the center of the table, I believe, trying not to touch the 6 ball.
Does that. Speaking of English, Darren started off his career playing English 8 ball. Was a boxer, and after a boxing workout with his brother Shane, interestingly enough, they went to a pub, had a beer, and started playing some English 8 ball. And Darren found he was really good at it, kept playing it, and all of a sudden became the #1 player in the world. And then started saying, "Hey, if I can do that, maybe I can do some other thing."
I imagine.
And, lo and behold,
well, he's showing it right now.
you bet.
Playing awesome.
So a break and run in rack 5 for Darren Appleton made it look easy. He has a 3-rack lead. He's on the hill, 1 rack away from taking this first set. Sensational setting here at the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. Uncasville, Connecticut, the site of the 22nd Annual International Challenge of Champions. Shane Van Boening back definitely against the first set wall, down 4-1. Darren Appleton 1 rack away from taking this first set. Let's see if Shane can keep it alive. Anything can happen here at the Challenge of Champions. We know that.
Look out for the cue ball. Look at that. Oh, boy, you talk about a bad roll. Oh, that was brutal. Oh, he
Makes the 5 on the break, Allen.
Oh, a really nice break. The cue ball comes out toward the center table. And here comes the 3 ball going to kick the cue ball on the side. Oh, boy. That is brutal. Not much you can do about it either.
No, that wasn't. I wonder if that cue ball's going in. That was, it's going in. Boom.
Oh.
So cue ball in hand now.
And
for Darren.
Boy, this is huge. I mean, he has a nice layout here. He just has to make sure he gets on the 2 and gives himself an angle. And he won't do much with the cue ball here at all. Just probably bring it up a couple, like maybe a foot toward the center of the table. Could have come a little farther, but he's fine. Notice the angle he has on the 2 ball. There's the 2, and here's the 3. So 3 balls in a nice spot for him to play position. There's a couple different ways he could play for the 3. I think he's going to make sure he has a shot on the 3. Just hit the 2 ball in and come over to the side rail and back out. Give yourself a shot. Look out. Hit it. Oh, perfect. Excellent.
When you're that close, moving around balls and you're that close, and he didn't show any sign of concern.
Well, he knew he hit it perfect.
That's what I mean. You know you're kind of in a place where you can just play.
Most of the time when you're playing, you know right away when you hit the ball if you execute it the way you want it to. And if you didn't, you know right away, because he would have hit the 8 there. He would have known that. He knew he didn't. So I'll tell you what, he's playing great.
But anybody who's played sports, and I don't care whether it's 9 ball or anything else, you long for the time when you don't have to think and you're executing the way you want to, and you can just literally play the game. And that's what this is about right now. That doesn't mean it's going to continue, but right now he is just playing the game.
And that's what he's doing. He's playing super. Cue ball's coming back where he wants it. Perfect speed. Everything's perfect. And he might be $25,000 richer pretty soon.
Well, if this keeps up, we'll see. But again, can't stress it often enough. It's the Challenge of Champions. It's 2 sets. But this 9 ball, 4 racks in a row for the defending champion with certainty. That 9 ball, dead center pocket, 5-1. This first set victory for Darren Appleton. Final of the International Challenge of Champions. Darren Appleton wins the first set 5-1. 4 consecutive racks to end it. And now, as is the format, Shane Van Boening will have the opening break in set number 2, rack 1, and needs to make an opening statement. See if he can do it. 3 in the corner.
Where's the 1 ball? Come on out. Oh boy, things aren't working too good. He makes the 3 ball on the break. Cue balls are opened up. Here's the cue ball. Here's the 1 and the 7 is blocking the pocket, so he'll be forced to play a combination, it looks like. He's looking at it right now. And that's what he's going to play. Oh, good shot. Unfortunately, he has no position on the 1 ball. This was actually hit perfect. There goes the 7 ball. No problem. The cue ball, he couldn't do much with the cue ball, so now he's going to be forced to probably play a safety. He's looking at that now. And probably keep the 1 ball on the rail, hitting it nice and easy. Okay, excellent shot.
Good play.
Excellent shot. Notice the 5 and the 8 are in the way of the 1 ball. That'll force Darryl to kick at the ball, and these 2 balls are in the way. So Darren has a couple different ways to kick. Kick down, maybe get in between the 2 and 9, and try to go up here and try to make the 1. Or go to the other rail and try to hit it this way. Better odds of making sure you hit the ball that way. You might get lucky here. That's exactly what's happened. Oh boy, how are they rolling for Darren? How are they rolling? Oh, that's brutal. Well, if the 1-6 can go in the corner, it's not too bad because you may see a jump shot. He jumps over the 2 and hits the 1 and makes the 6 ball.
He's going for it now.
And yes, it looks like it's on.
Shane from one of the great billiard families in all of America, really. His grandfather Gary started him playing. He was a trick shot artist, and this is going to be kind of a trick shot, maybe. And Gary's name. Let's see if he can pull off this difficult jump.
Oh, there goes the
except
cue
the cue ball right off the table.
And that's what happens when you jump it that close. So, how are things rolling for Darren?
Take another look.
See how close, far away the 2 is? He has to get it up high. He just catches it at the wrong bounce.
Hit that 1 ball on top, and off the table the cue ball goes.
You know, Mitch, 9 ball is the type of game that this can happen. This can go on. And when it goes this way, there's not much you can do about it. You have to just sit and wait your turn for it all to change. and take advantage.
Hopefully there's enough time for that to happen for Shane.
Well,
Remember,
he's not.
2 sets.
You're right. Tell you something though, he's not out yet. The 4 ball's in a funny spot on the rail over there.
The 3 ball gone on the break, so having to hit the lowest numbered ball on the table first. He'll go from the 2. Draw the cue ball back for the pink 4. We also want to mention, excuse me, Alan, that those of you at home who might be questioning the color of certain of these balls, these are TV balls. Certain of the balls are different colors than you might be used to, and that is so that you can see them better on TV. Beautiful Aramis Belgian billiard balls. 3 balls left on the table for Darren for the opening rack in set number 2. Great place to be. Yeah.
Oh, he's on a roll, let me tell you. Perfect cue ball control. Excellent shooting. Very impressive.
There you go. That 9 ball dead center. Darren Appleton attempting to defend his Challenge of Champions title with the first rack in the second set, already owner of the first set here in Uncasville. Back to Uncasville and the International Challenge of Champions. Let's pick up the action now in rack number 2.
Boy, he's very consistent making that 1 ball. Well, finally, Shane may have gotten a break here. The 1 ball went on the break, but here's the 2 ball, and here's the cue ball. Now, it's a possibility that the 8 ball may be in the way. If it's not, he has a shot on the 2 ball, and that would be a bad break for Shane. because it sets up perfect position on the 3, and it looks like he can see it. Yes, he can. He will be playing the 2 ball in the corner and come 2 rails down by where he is now for the 3 ball.
Timeout.
Takes the timeout. He wants a close look at this. He's looking at that 2 by the 9. We saw that it gets by the 8. So just double check and make sure he's got an angle past the 9 into the corner pocket. He does. I tell you, that's not that easy, folks.
No, he makes it look easy, doesn't he? He's actually got the perfect angle now to roll down for the 4 ball on the side, and that's what he's looking at now, where he wants to be. And he wants to be right in between those 2 diamonds. And you can see the 4 ball on your screen. Watch the cue ball come down, probably be straight in on the 4 next. Slow down, that's where he wants to be. He has a little bit of an angle.
Bit of an angle, yep.
He didn't really want that, but I'm sure he'll be okay with it.
You know what? Perfect tempo right now. He's taking the time he needs. He's not taking too much, too little. He's really in good rhythm.
It's kind of interesting. They have 30 seconds to get off the shot, and he's right around that 15-20, making sure that he does what he wants to do, and that's smart. And that's what this is about. You know, when champions do that, I mean, when they come to the table, they're going to take their time, make sure to execute what they have to. And that one was a little bit out of line for him. He did not want to come over that far. And he's playing this corner pocket. Oh, he's very confident right now, Mitch. I'll tell you, he's going to be awfully tough to beat.
The thing is, it's like I said, once you find it,
wow,
and you just let yourself be there, it's a walk in the park right now for Darren. And what a great place to be when there's 25 grand on the line. And he's put himself in unbelievable position. Another break and run, back-to-back racks in this second set. And the defending champion is looking very, very tough so far. Darren Appleton on a roll here at Mohegan Sun. It has been another fantastic week here at Mohegan Sun. I guarantee you there's not a more amazing facility anywhere. The spectacular hotel, the best in fine dining, unique and fabulous shops, all in addition to a 10,000-seat sports and entertainment arena. Mohegan Sun, truly a legendary entertainment experience. As Frank Del Pizzo gets ready to lift the rack for rack number 3. Here at the International Challenge of Champions, it's been all Darren Appleton. 5-1 in the first set, 2-0 in the second set, race to 5. If Darren wins this set, he will defend, for only the second time in its history, his title. If Shane were to get this set, we would have a 1-rack, sudden death, tie-breaking rack to see who our champion will be. Here we go. Shane needs to make it happen now. 5 in the corner.
Give him a shot. He needs. Oh boy.
Oh, God. Look at that.
There it is, right in the corner pocket. Opens the balls up nicely. But unfortunate again. He's been left without a shot. Notice the 1 ball right there. And the 6 is in front of it. There's no shot he has. He's going to be forced to push out. After the break, it's the only time you can push out. And Darren will have his choice. And I don't know if he's going to take this or not. I don't, he's going to have to play a safety if he does take it.
Well, even the safety, if he's giving it back. Thanks, Shane. You can have it.
Yeah, it's not an easy safety.
No, got the corner pocket hanging around there.
It's not an easy safety. He's got a tough safety to play here. See if he can get a roll. Be nice to get a roll right now. That's kind of easy. That's kind of. He might. No. That's no good. That leaves him a shot. I mean, it's not an easy shot, but
the way Darren's playing too.
Oh yeah, the way Darren's playing.
He's feeling so confident right now.
Yeah, he's probably looking to see where the 7 and 8 are. You know what I mean? I mean, really. I mean, he's just playing super.
All right, we have seen in this format, though, all it can take sometimes is one key shot. And I don't know about you, but I'm not ruling Shane Van Boening out quite yet.
Time up.
With the credentials he's got.
No, this is a little tricky because he could kiss off the 9 and scratch or kiss off the 7 and scratch. He could get snookered. A lot of things can happen. He can miss the 1 ball. Well, that was not going to happen, I guess. Yeah, there he goes. He's got a kiss on the 7, and I tell you what, he's pocketing ball super. He's going to bank the 2 ball. That's definitely going to bank that 2 ball, I think. I mean, here's the 2 ball right here, and I believe he's going to just bank that ball cross corner right there. Got to hold it up. A lot of right-handed spin on the cue ball. Won't hit it too hard.
This would be cross side.
Cross side, yes.
Boom.
Whacked it in. Beautiful.
And leaves himself position on the 3.
And notice he's straight in. All he has to do is draw the ball back here. Probably one of the toughest shots in pool is the long draw shot. Got about 6 foot here, just drawing it back. He has to bring it back about 2-3 feet.
And for those uninitiated, why is it one of the toughest shots?
Well, you're hitting the cue ball low. If you hit it to either side of the cue ball and not hitting the ball straight on, you're going to miss the ball. And you got to hit the cue ball about 7 feet with draw English. So you must follow through with your stroke and get that action on the cue ball. The cue ball must reach that ball with low spin.
Well, one of the things we know right now is that Darren is feeling that stroke.
He gets through the ball.
He
gets through the ball very easily, as you can see.
And even that shot right there, you know, you're kind of looking at the cue ball rolling toward the side pocket, and he's just strolling around going, yeah, I had a couple inches to spare.
So effortlessly.
The 8 right there and the 9. He'll have the break in rack 4. The defending champion, Dynamite Darren Appleton, doing everything asked of the guy who's trying to defend his title. A great look from the Simonis pocket cam coming right at you of the end of rack number 3 of the second set. 3 racks in a row plus the 4 from the first set. And boom, 7 racks in a row for on every rack but 1. We have played 6 racks in the opening set. He won that set 5-1. He is up 4-0 in this race to 5. Shane Van Boening wants to get off the schneid right here and see if he can at least put one on the board against Darren.
He switched sides from breaking. Does he make a ball? Yes. 2 balls. You know, I like the idea he switched sides. See, he switched breaking from the same side that Darren's breaking from. And this may be the start of something good. We'll have to see. Not an easy position shot here. This is not going to be easy. And the reason I say that, the 6 ball is in the way of the cue ball going down table. So unless he's straight in, but even if he is straight in, the 8 ball is in the way of making the 4 in that pocket. See what he's going to do here. Maybe he can play the 3 in the other pocket. There it is. Okay. He's straight in. He's okay. He's going to roll down for the 4. And is he coming down far enough? Well, he's looking at it now, so it looks like maybe he can make the 4 in the corner. The 8's not in the way. Apparently he can make it. Well, that's a good thing for him. There it is.
He'll play this with some pocket speed.
Cheated the pocket. It's going to hang up. Oh, that went in. Wow. That's surprising.
Good touch there.
Good pocket speed. Good ball pocket speed. Very good, Mitch.
Says a lot about Shane. You know he's not giving up.
Nope.
But it's tough when you're watching Darren play the kind of 9 ball he's playing right now. You just got to get yourself back, take your shots. If he can break and run here and get on the board, all it takes is a miss here and there, and you're right back in it. He knows that. His work is to just stay as prepared as he can be, and that's what he's done in this rack so far. Fires it in.
Look out. Oh, boy, okay.
It's okay.
Ooh. That's a little funny right there.
I know, but the way he's been going, you expected almost no shot there.
Oh, boy. Well, I mean, Very well executed there.
Gonna have an angle on the 9, but this is a sight for sore eyes for Shane Van Boening. A 9-ball to get on the board. And a really terrific piece of work by Shane Van Boening. The shake of the head, a little bit of a wry smile. It's his second rack here in the final. Darren Appleton, the defender, rises set number 2 on the hill, up 4-1 in a race to 5. He won the first set 5-1. Shane Van Boening with a rack in each of the first 2 sets. Darren wants to end this now. Let's see if he can get it done as we get the break in rack number 6.
Oh boy, he's so consistent at that.
All right.
Well, it's okay. There is a little trouble here. Look at the ball. He makes the 1 and the 3 on the break. The cue ball comes toward the center of the table. Balls are taking their places. Looks like he can make the 2 ball. He has an open shot. The only thing he's concerned about is the 4 ball. If he gets on the 4 ball, he can run out, and that's what he's looking at now. Now here's the 2 ball, and there's the cue ball. Position on the cue ball. He wants the cue ball to go 2 rails and come out in this area over here, so he can make the 4 next. He would love to have that cue ball almost right back where he's at now.
Took his time out.
He may play to this side also. If he can get on that side of the 4, he's okay. Anywhere he gets on the 4, he's got a chance to run out because the 5 is right by a corner pocket. So this is a really important shot here.
Really delicate position, though, close to the side rail going that way. In other words, if he comes off the rail or he gets too close, the 7's in play there.
He decided to go
Goes
1
that
rail.
way, yeah.
Watch out now. It might be okay. He's perfect. He's fine. That was an excellent shot.
He says, I'll take the tougher way because it's not that tough for me right now.
Not really, no. I mean, now the next obstacle is the 5 to the 6. So, but there's just still a little work left. This is far from over. I mean, and you know, the pressure of the $25,000 winner take all, and it's nice if it's closer. There's a little more pressure, but still. And he's okay. Now this is the shot that counts right here. How he gets on this 6 ball.
Remember, he's already used the timeout. And at this point in the proceedings, you do not want to rush this process even a little bit.
Well, that was nicely done. I mean, played for the side pocket. Make sure. And now I think he's going to draw this to the rail and back out. Fire the 6 in the side pocket. Fire the 6 in the side. Make sure you make it. There it is, and back out. Oh,
boy, that was nice. That was nice.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Mitch. I'm going to have to make a prediction right now. I do my prediction that he gets out.
You're
he
getting
wins.
no credit from me, pal. This may be, in all our years together, this may be the easiest prediction that you've made, other than waiting till he gets to the 9. The way he's been playing, this has been nothing short of an extraordinary championship performance by Darren Appleton. Yes?
Sensational.
He had some rolls along the way, but he has just put Shane Van Boening in his seat and said, this tournament is mine. Good friends, great competitors, respect for each other, but it is Darren Appleton with a 5-1 first set victory and a 5-1 second set victory, who defends his Challenge of Champions title, only the second man in the 22-year history of the tournament to do so. Darren Appleton of England, your back-to-back champion of champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause, please, for Darren Appleton.
And now it's time for our OBQ super shot of the match. These shots came from rack 6 of the second set by Darren Appleton, but they're more a reflection of the way he played the entire match. Superb execution, fantastic position play, and 5 out of 6 break and runs in his break opportunities led to this, the final 9-ball. Darren Appleton, a stunning display of 9-ball. And a good look there at the trophy, and a very, very happy Darren Appleton. The trophy being presented by Frank Pavlich, the event's production supervisor here at Mohegan Sun. And I'm telling you, no one deserves it more than that man, Darren Appleton, proud to hoist the trophy, defending his Champion of Champions title here in Uncasville.